And then one more area that I hope nation states start paying greater attention to is the rise of cryptocurrency, because what looks like a very interesting and somewhat exotic effort to literally mine new coins in order to trade with them has the potential for undermining currencies, for undermining the role of the dollar as the reserve currency, for destabilizing nations, perhaps starting with small ones, but going much larger. So when we think about this new environment in which we find ourselves that we've been discussing for the last some minutes, we can't just think about nation states. And then one more area that
Yeah, we know. That's why we love it. Oi, oi, oi. Out of touch politicians. Good morning, guys. Great to see you. Happy Monday. Hope you're all doing great. Man, quiet out there in the NFT world. In the world of crypto, I don't know. Kind of the same thing. Still, lots to talk about this morning. Let's get right into it. Taking a look at crypto prices to start the day. Bitcoin still hanging right around 68, 69,000. Dude, terrible take by her. Terrible take. She's just awful. And like, these are the people who don't understand that we understand exactly what she said, and that's exactly what we want. We don't want what she's bringing. That's for sure. Yeah, Bitcoin's still hanging in this 68, 69,000 range, maybe 70,000, but absolutely the more money comes in, the more stable Bitcoin is getting. Super interesting. Is that what's in Ethereum's future? Maybe. I still don't think the ETFs are priced in because you can't even buy them yet, but ETH sitting here at 3,600, Solana at $159. Checking BNB just because we hit that all-time high recently, 641. Yeah, just kind of a mixed bag here in crypto. We'll see if this week brings, I don't know, hoping those new all-time highs. Not feeling it this week. Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? Looking at ETFs from Friday, still nothing but, man, days of positive inflows here. 131 Bitcoin in inflows on Friday. I can't even at this point remember the last day where those outflows outpaced the inflows. I'm thinking it was 4 weeks ago or so, but really, really nice stretch here. But again, that conversation out there, the more money that comes in, the more traders are playing on the other side of the market. They're shorting it, they're doing whatever, and really keeping the price relatively stable. Maybe typical summer kind of patterns, though. At this point, though, the Bitcoin ETFs, guys, holding 5% of the supply of Bitcoin. And think about that. We're just a few months into the Bitcoin ETFs being tradable, and they hold over $70 million worth of Bitcoin. That number's just going to go up. It's just going to go up. They'll control more and more of the supply. Is it good? Is it bad? I just think it's inevitable, and I'm not sure that it matters much. But it's good to be aware of these numbers and know, again, the more they hold, the more they absolutely do control the price here. They do. Talking about supply here, guys. Pizza we talked about over the past few days, especially over the weekend. If you caught the live streams, we got into pizza a little yesterday, especially. Pizza now fully distributed. I know a couple of people were mentioning they hadn't received their allocation yet. They were doing it in the order that you claimed, right? So hopefully you got it by now. If not, well, I hope you didn't miss it entirely. I'm sure you can reach out to their support. But yeah, at this point, pizza token's fully distributed. That token really, really hot right now, by the way. Got guys like Mattyverse here saying that he thinks that pizza has a real chance to beat dog. Absolutely, it does. It really does. It does feel like, to his point, that both of these tokens speaking to different markets. Asia, big into this pizza token, which is a BRC20, by the way, guys, and it's why you're going to see it on the Crypto Slam NFT rankings. BRC20s are traded like NFTs. They are. Runes are not. But anyway, a lot of thought here that pizza is maybe the token. If it flips dog, is it going to flip Ordi next? We'll watch for that. Runes in general, though, still like you've seen for the past week or so, yeah, rough stretch here. Dog threatening to drop under a $700 million market cap. Still a big number considering no major centralized exchange listings other than Gate.io. But really, as dog goes down, it kind of brings the rest of the market down with it. I would say, well, I'll come back to this, but I in general, I'll just say, hey, BRC20's doing well, like pizza doing well, is good and is bullish for Runes as well. Runes, though, now at a $1.81 billion market cap. Well off its high of $2.2 billion, but it's crazy to think, man, just maybe a month ago? Yeah, probably a month ago, actually even less, under $1 billion. So Rune's still doing relatively well here. I think for the sake of all our bags, we're hoping for much more, much sooner, but we'll be patient here. Looking at NFT sales here over the weekend, man, sales just up over the weekend, which is pretty rare, right? Doesn't happen much. Usually weekends are down only. You can see yesterday, 23.3 million in cross-chain sales. Sellers falling, buyers falling. Transactions actually up slightly. Trade profit still in the negative. You can see yesterday, negative 500,000. Today, a big day of profits so far, actually. So we'll see if that holds. And I'm going to guess that has a lot to do with pizza. And actually, thinking ahead to something I'm going to mention here, I would say some of this is a little sus. I'll show you exactly what I mean there. First, I want to flip to the weekly numbers, which closed yesterday in the evening. But 142 million in cross-chain sales last week. It's our first week in, I think, about 6 or 7 weeks of actually finishing with sales up from the prior week, right? So we broke this downward skid. Again, 142 million in cross-chain sales. A lot of that, it is the pizza BRC20 that kind of saved our ass last week. And again, they are NFT sales. They are. Even though it's fungible tokens as the underlying asset, doesn't matter what the underlying asset is. If it's traded behind a non-fungible token, it's a non-fungible token sale. That's a conversation we should get into much deeper. Maybe we do that on Chain Reactor, but the underlying asset, again, to me, doesn't matter. It's non-fungible tokens being traded. That's what we're counting here. But also last week, sellers up, buyers up, transactions actually up slightly too. All in all, a decent week, and it was great to end that really long stretch of just declining sales here. Trade profits, though, did fall. In fact, about a 5-week low in profits, negative 3.5 million. Again, we're going to keep our eye on this week. I just don't think these sales are legit. And I'll show you that here as we get to the top 10 NFT collections here in the past 4 hours. Here at the top, it's ENS. ENS, it's always kind of strange to see them at the top, but also with 4 million in sales. Beanzo, I doubt you're watching here, but Beanzo is a new friend who's been tuning into the show here and there. Just like not a big believer in NFTs, but keeping an open mind, thinks a lot of it is money laundering. Well, my guy, this is exactly what you're seeing here in the ENS collection, I think. And I'm going to show you exactly why here after I get through the top 10 here. There's your Pizza BRC20 collection there. Probably your true number one, but 3.4 million in sales. And you can see with sales down 68%, it really was ripping over the weekend. It really, yeah. I mean, BRC20s, the pizza in particular, are just absolutely cooking. That's followed by Guild of Guardian Avatars. Fantasy Top with a new tournament that's actually starting today. We'll get into that also on Chain Reactor. Node Monkeys, Bitcoin Puppets, D-Market Captains, OKX. TT Avatars, no idea what that is. Because I think the ENS collection is fake sales, I'm going to push Bored Apes up to the top 10. So I'll say Bored Apes rounds out your top 10 here. Quick peek, though, at the OKX NFTs. Again, where was that? At the number 9 spot. These are free NFTs coming from F1 in partnership with OKX. Really cool stuff. We had Thread Guy and Farouk out at the F1 event. Really, really cool. Again, you can't beat free NFTs. Those live over on Polygon, and clearly people are enjoying those over on Secondary. So real cool to see. Looking at ENS, which was or is as of right now the top collection, sorted by the top sales here in the past 24 hours, and you can see something just doesn't feel very kosher here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sales of 155 ETH apiece. Right, kind of sus unless you're talking about some real grail names, which I don't even know if those really exist anymore. So I'm clicking here on each transaction. You can click on the on this link right here, sold 9 hours ago, right? Click that, it takes you to Etherscan. And I really hope Beanzo catches this, by the way. But I can go look at the token that was transferred. So I click on there, brings up this page, and you actually see the address that was sold. 46648.eth. I got to tell you, nothing special about that. Honestly, there's nothing special about a 5-digit ENS. And I did spot check the others. None of them felt relevant in any ways. This looks to me like pure money laundering. Now, it's not wash trades, right? So we're not removing them because they're wash sales, but it really does feel like money laundering. Super subjective. I don't know. I mean, I'd be okay with those getting removed. With that said, we really are only removing wash sales. We've also removed some like Chinese vase sales that were wash trading that fell out of the wash sales or wash trade like algorithm. They were flipped back and forth over the course of like 31 days, 35 days. Either way, it's something we're going to have to address potentially because they really do look like money laundering. Looking at your top NFT sales, really nice golden pudgy penguin selling here for almost 23 ETH. That's $84,000. A gold node monkey for 0.18 Bitcoins, 56 grand. A few Bored Apes in here, some more nodes. It's really cool seeing these nodes selling over on on Solana. They give you a big leg up when you're trading meme coins, and that's kind of what everybody's doing right now. No CryptoPunk sales that I see here in the top 10. We did see some over the weekend. They were under 30 ETH, really, really getting spicy in the CryptoPunks collections, guys. So keeping our eyes on that, seeing if they stay under 30 ETH. If I said 20 before, under 20, I meant under 30. But like 28 ETH sales over this past weekend here. Guys, Iggy Azalea, I mean, we're probably going to be talking about her every day. You saw, hopefully, her interview with Thread Guy, or Thread Guy's interview with her. It was a great interview. And she really is here for the right reasons. She really is here building. Her brother actually did end up making an X account. He mentioned that he's super introverted. He is not the one running her X account. I don't know. Maybe it really is her. Maybe it really is. I'm not sold on it, but hearing her in the interview, she speaks our language, or she's at least learning it, right? She is definitely one of us. I think it's fantastic to have her. Anyway, point here is, man, she launched her merch shop a couple days ago. Now she's launching, or relaunching technically, a telecommunication company she has. So yes, you're going to be able to purchase phones, and I'm assuming self-service with the Mother token. Really interesting that Solana now has at least 2 phone options there. There's that Helium, right? Helium Mobile. I don't remember if that's part of the Solana Mobile thing that got you that Bonk token, or I don't know if those are related too. They might have 3 different phone options there. Really interesting seeing, not that she's providing, well, she is providing hardware too. It's interesting seeing the mobile market flourish here in crypto. I'm not sure if it makes a ton of sense or if it's maybe being shoehorned in. Either way, we'll take it. We'll take building here on the blockchain. Love this. Great to see her building in this space, to be honest. Mother's token here, or Iggy's token, Mother, getting closer to that $200 million market cap again, right now at 184 mil after, man, the whole market just took such a dip, such a dive this weekend. But yeah, maybe clawing its way back. And again, I'm rooting for her, and so great to see some success in her token and her personally. What's happening this week? What's on the horizon? Is there anything to be looking forward to? Truthfully, I kind of think so. We had either Friday or Saturday a giant spaces here talking about this MAGA token that Donald Trump Jr. actually was in the spaces. He's talking about the token. I don't believe he launched the token, but having Donald Trump Jr. now in crypto talking about it, incredibly bullish. I think Andrew Tate also made an appearance in this show, who, by the way, is launching his token too. I don't think it's gone out yet. Whatever tokens are out there, it's a really, really confusing story. There are tokens that have used his name that he is talking about, he is tweeting about. I don't think any of those are his token yet, though. I think he is still getting ready to drop something. If I don't have that 100% right, and again, it's really confusing, I'm going to be digging into that. I'll make sure you guys have accurate info about Andrew Tate, because the coin probably is going to do really well. Point here, though, is meme coins, the craze over on Solana, it's just ramping up. Bigger and bigger names coming into this space. Expect some cookers. Again, this week, I'm kind of thinking so. And Roaring Kitty back to tweeting after his live stream on Friday, which was super interesting. I tried to live stream it too when he went on. He ended it so quickly, though, I didn't get a chance. But back to tweeting. Feels like there's something coming from him this week, too. I don't think just engagement farming. I do think he's getting ready to actually make some of his moves. Guy's sitting on some bags. It's time to make those moves, I think. A lot of people this morning talking about ZK Sync, which is a, I'll say a pretty fantastic Ethereum L2, at least one that's very, very promising. Speculation that they have a token coming and maybe a way to start farming for that token. So pregame starts tomorrow. That would be today because this tweet was from yesterday. So we'll keep our eyes on the ZK Sync account, see what's coming there. Again, major blockchain. Definitely worth paying attention to. And of course, we'll be staying on top of that. And then finally, man, I love Luca Nets. I just do. I love him. I love the Pudgy Penguins. I think they are building one of the most special brands here in the space. $1 billion brand, by the way. It's going to be, if it's not already. It may not be yet, but it's going to be. And, my gut feeling is he's going to turn this over to the community, kind of like Wrecked Guy, right? I think he's going to give Pudgy Penguins ownership of this. It's just my feeling here. Anyway, Luca's back with, I think it's season 2 of Building in Public, now episode 2 of season 2. Good stuff if you want to see the inner workings of not just an NFT project, but also just an entrepreneur. There's a lot you can learn from just hearing these guys talk about how business works behind the scenes. You don't really get this kind of insight in a lot of places. So well worth your time. I watched it, not episode 2, but I've watched the first one of this new season. Great stuff. Again, Luca and that team, very special. These guys keep killing it. Then as far as content, let's just stick to today, but we got the Little Noun Show coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. No guest, another market show. If you guys tune in, which I'd love you to tune in, come up on stage and chat with us. We're just going to, everything's on topic today. Probably a lot of talk about meme coins. Probably a lot of talk about where is the NFT market. where are we at? And in my thoughts really is that art is about to come back, hopefully in a big, big way. But again, 6 p.m. tonight, that is a Twitter Spaces. Before that, though, we have Chain Reactor coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. That's on Slam.xyz. And then at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the afternoon show with the fantastic fucking Joe. What a maniac. My brother Henry the Grape. And then yours truly. So we'll see you there at 4:30 Eastern Time. Let me dig into some comments. Say good morning to you guys. Yeah, and again, Dave. Hillary Clinton's just the worst, brother. Good morning, further on. Good morning, M1. I know I say your name wrong, dude. I know. Nito, good morning and happy birthday, brother. Great to see you, man. Confusion, good morning. Eagle Eye, good morning. Man, great to see you guys. I'm going to wrap this show. We did it perfectly. 15 minutes is the goal. We're just under 16, so I'm going to kill this quick just so I can feel good about getting that in. But guys, I'll see you here at this point in an hour and 40 minutes over on Slam X. Again, everything we talked about here today, getting deeper into those topics on Chain Reactor. Guys, have a fantastic morning. We'll see you.